Hey guys, and welcome to game number 43 out of 100 of my Revenge of the Mack series against the AI-powered Scrabble bot BestBot. We're currently sitting at 22 and 20, so a good start through the first 42 games of the series, hoping we can keep it up to date. Opening rack is going to be AEKOSSW, and let's see what I want to do here. I've got a few options. I could certainly play short with something like walk, keeping a nice lead and giving back minimal counterplay, although I feel like with two S's I should play longer. Something like a skew for 32 feels pretty good. Keeps a good leave of OS, and yeah, I mean, it's not as good as AESS, but it's 12 more points. That's a lot to give up. And the S doesn't have that much value, given I already have another one on my rack. So I think that is going to be a bit better. Yeah, I don't see a better 5 than that. I don't see anything that gets like the K on the double or anything. So let's do that. And I'm going to draw pretty well. I'm threatening Stromata to this A, which would be very nice to get down for 83 points. I don't actually see any other bingo threats as the board currently stands, so we'll see what the bot does. While the bot's thinking, it's worth mentioning, as you can probably tell from my voice, I've been a little bit sick lately, dealing with some sort of cold or upper respiratory infection or something or other, so my voice is a little bit hoarse today. I apologize for that. I'm doing the best I can, but I figured I would still rather record than skip another week of videos. So bear with me, guys. Hopefully I'll be all better for next week's videos, but voice might just be a little bit sore today, but I'll do my best. All right, bot plays Bio for 19. Unfortunately, blocking Stromata. No I for Tritomas. I have Ism. Actually, Matt here is a pretty nice play for 25. That feels like it's going to be correct. It also sets up Isms for my S. Gives back actually very little counterplay. Like, legitimately gives back almost nothing, which is good for me, especially holding an S. I like S-dependent boards that have very little play without an S when I have an S in the hand. That's a super nice position to be in. Yeah, I feel like unless there's some crazy 9 I'm missing, which I don't think there is. I feel like that's got to be the move. I'm going to go ahead and play it. Not the best draw here. Another T and a D. So I play off MAT, I draw DAT. Bot opens a little bit with Wield, which makes sense. Sets up another S-hook. I really don't have much here. I might just want to go with Dolt or Told. Yeah, I could kind of go either way. I mean, Dolt obviously sets up another S-hook, which does feel good, given that I have an S. On the other hand, like, there starts to be more and more risk to more S-hooks, because then if once one is used, there remains another one open for a long time. So this is actually, I feel like, a somewhat significant decision in terms of how's the bottom left of the board going to look. And I feel like with ARST, I've got the advantage here in terms of likelihood of bingoing first. So I actually think I like Told. It's counterintuitive when you have an S, but I feel like assuming I hit a bingo with Wields or Isms first, I'm going to then want a more closed board. And Dolt creates a hook that's a real pain in the neck to block without an S. So I kind of like leaving the bottom left a bit more closed. I think I'm going to go ahead and play Told. Again, I know it looks weird, but I think it's better. And hopefully I can hit a bingo. There's 10 E's left, so there we go. Okay, well, I don't actually know if Hastier is going to fit. And now, ironically, I'm regretting not playing Dolt because Hastier would have fit there. Oh, I have Hetarisms as a 10. Okay, let's go. Wow. That would be pretty cool to get down. Yeah, that might actually be my only playable bingo here, too. Crazy. Because, yeah, Hastier is the only 7. And, oh, now Hastier fits. So I might, well, is it better? Yeah, I guess it is. I wish it didn't give me a spot, because, like, I wanted to be able to play Hetarisms. But I guess I could still do it for content, but, like, this is just better. I mean, 72 versus, yeah, it's 6 more. Both of them are pretty risky, but this is, I think, has got to be riskier. H in the second spot is really scary. Like CH, TH, SH. I mean, there's so many things that are just going to be game-ending triples. Overlaps are also pretty dangerous. Hastier here, don't get me wrong, it does give back counterplay, but with an I here, it's not as scary as it looks, because there aren't too many tiles, really just the Fs that are going to crush me there. So this has to be better. And I do want to win. So it's unfortunate that I can't play my 10, but it's just not the right play. So we're going to play this. At least I can go on record and you guys have proof that I saw it, which is the most important thing. And a pretty clunky draw here. Not necessarily a horrible draw, but not a ton of words. I mean, I have like quit and that's it here. I could use an E for equity. We'll see what the bot does. Okay, so bot takes out my play of quits, which I was looking at. Maybe Quay now? Quirt? Keeping 2 Ys? I think Quay, right? I mean, IITY is really not all that good. It's sort of tempting to like just try to play off an I and a Y and try to hit equity here for like 60, but I can't even play off an I and a Y, and that spot gets blocked pretty often anyway, so it's not worth it. Yeah, like literally there's no legal spot for me to play off just an I and a Y. So yeah, I feel like I have to play Quay here. Like, what else? I don't have any plays on the right. I mean, I guess, you know what? Maybe I play Yay. Is that insane? You know, maybe I play Yay, guys. Because now, I mean, if the bot doesn't go on the top right, I'm hitting Quiet and Koi and QUAI a huge amount of the time. I still could maybe look into some stuff here. I actually think this is better. Like, the Q isn't great, especially if the bot does go here, but with the bottom right, I think there's enough of a chance the bot doesn't go here. Plays here might give me some counterplay here, too. If it plays with HE, I could play Quit, at least. It's just like Quay is so bad. I mean, IITY is really not good at all. I think I'm going to go Yay. It feels weird to give up 14, but my future just looks so much brighter after this play. Yeah, I know it looks really strange, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. Okay, so I have Quoit, which, all right, well, not thrilled about Detox for 76, but at least my plan did work. I am going to get Quoit for 53 to stay in the lead here. Watch out for detoxing, by the way, guys. There's 6 N's and 3 G's. No N's or G's out yet, so detoxing a very real possibility, which wouldn't be devastating, but it would be an easy 50 points for whoever gets it. Yeah, Quoit just has to be the play here. And, ugh. Now a G away from detoxing, but you can't get into the trap of just fishing for it. Like, yes, it would be a nice 50 points, but it's not good enough to just go all out for. All right, I was going to play Windsor, but that got blocked. And yeah, now I just have, like, nothing. I don't really want to play Wicca, but I might have to. EIN is as good a leave as I'm going to get. I don't think I want to exchange here. I mean, I'd be exchanging mostly the same thing. It's basically a 10-point lead is nothing. Like, it's basically a tie game. I don't think I can afford to give up 14 points. I think I got to open the board. And I do have at least, yeah, 2 draws at detoxing. Which, again, it's not something to get super hung up on, but all else being equal, it's not a bad thing to have. I just think if I don't do this, like, I have no other words to even consider. I mean, I'm not going to play win here. That's just stupid. I'm not going to play win here. That's also stupid. 2 C's is terrible. I don't think I'm up enough to do something like, I mean, IINW just feels really bad. There's ways the bot can reopen. It can play like ice here to set up hooks. It can hit detoxing. It can play with Oba or Abba. Like, I'm not in a secure enough position by any means going up 24 with a crummy leaf to do something like that. Like, I think I got to do this. If it plays up here with EW, I'll have EWE. Yeah, this looks right. Okay. Draw another I, which is not ideal. It definitely does change the course of the game, my play of Wicca, and it gets another G, so the chances of hitting detoxing are getting lower and lower. I guess it just can't buy an I, and I can... the only thing I can get is I's. I can't get the G, although I have the N, too. Alright, so I'm down a little bit, but again, not much. I don't hate the idea of doing this. I mean, I'm not really thinking I'm going to get that G, but it does keep the board very tight. I mean, I don't love this scoring spot it gives. I guess, yeah, with a Z and two Fs, it does give back some easy scores. I'm not too worried about the Fs. Like, I can't do that much there. But yeah, the Z could be a concern. So what else do I have? Huh. Yeah, still just really nothing. I mean, with only one G left, again, it's not bad to keep the IN, but I certainly wouldn't sacrifice to do it. Can't play like phone. Unfortunately, phony like this is a phony. That would be a very nice play to make. Don't get me wrong. I guess I could also just play high. Maybe that's better, to not give back this hook with RE. Because what's also unpleasant, guys, is if after this, like the bot makes a play here and sets up an S hook, that could become an annoying situation. So I think I actually like holding back on the E. I mean, I'm up a negligible amount after this play, but I don't really mind playing defensively. It's so hard for the bot to score. I can score here with something. I guess I take away Hoy for myself, but that's okay. Like, it's a weird looking play to make. It's not that exciting, but I don't know what else I'm going to really do right now. I still think it's better to not play the E. I mean, it just turned over a bunch of tiles. I could easily have drawn the Z or just some easy play there. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play this. We'll see what happens. All right, I get an F and an O. The other nice thing about this play, I should have mentioned on my last turn, was it does give me the option to make plays like this, which I'm not going to... Well, not pie. I might play fine, possibly. We'll see. Let's see. So bot plays major. I was thinking about playing foil over here. That's now foiled. Yeah, I mean, fine looks all right. I guess. I mean, there's also pwn. FIO versus POO. I mean, the P just feels a little bit more flexible. Yeah, 23 points is not bad here. I feel like I'm going to need at least one of the blank or the S to have a chance to win this game. The other option I could go with is just of for 18. This is a much more solid leave. Still keeps the detoxing draw alive, which again, I don't want to get too hung up on, but it is a pretty nice thing on this board to be able to possibly score 50 points. Like, that would really help my chances. The other option is a play with Oba. Something like Foo. The issue there is it sets up Soba, but maybe I'm okay with that at this point. Like, I don't know. I am down a little bit here. I can't afford to just keep limping, I don't think, at some point. Also does, if I am going to kind of think about detoxing, gives me another shot at that. And it also gives me another shot at the blank or the S, which would both be key, which the bot may or may not have. So I think I'm actually leaning towards Foo. I don't think I can afford to be scared here, guys. I am down to tempo. I don't have anything all that great. If the bot has the S in the blank and it bingos with Soba, I was probably dead anyway. So I think I am going to go here. I drew Epinawi, which is not going to help on this board. All right, well, now I'm just kind of screwed. Because, yeah, now it's clearly got the S and probably the blank. Or at least one of them. I'm absolutely going to have to draw whichever of those two tiles it does not have to get any chance of winning this game. And there's the last G for detoxing. So the bot gets all 3 Gs. That's rarely something that you complain about, that your opponent gets all 3 Gs. I almost have non-degree, too. Wow, 4 Ns left. Is that something that's worth going for? I mean, if nothing else, just to help open the board a little bit. Huh. Yeah, maybe I play, like, pi or something, and then if I get an N, I can redraw that. That's actually not a crazy idea. Maybe I should have played of on the last turn for that reason. I didn't actually see non-degree immediately. Yeah, I don't hate playing pie here, although I think I'm actually going to play it here. Because I feel like I need a counter threat now to balance this. Then I can hit a bingo here. I can hit non-degree to score and keep myself in the game and keep space open. Because, like, I can't do anything about this. If it has the S or the blank, like, it's going to bingo down there. And I'm still in very bad shape. But, you know, maybe I can get lucky and hit a bingo here, hit non-degree, and then draw something. I think this is right. Man, just, I cannot hit any of my draws. Well, the bot did not have the blank. That's such a gutsy play. Dang. Well, now, I mean, non-degree is not going to cut it. There's only 5 in the bag. I have to bingo on my next turn, period, to have any chance. I'm down 82, so I have to score. I don't know how I give myself a chance here. I have the bottom line, too, which is nice. Yeah, the problem is I can't really score. If I don't really think I want to do this and empty, right? I mean, now I'd have to draw. I'd probably Nubia, actually, I think, just to... Well, maybe. There are so many ends left, but the R is a nice tile to put there. If I empty the bag, I have to draw bingos in 2 spots. That might be a chance I have to take. Because I have to score here if I want any chance. Yeah, I just think if I play Nubia... Like, it's so hard to hit a bingo down here with a U or an N. I think I need to put the R out there. So if I do this, yeah, I mean, if I can draw... If the bot has, like, 3 N's, if I draw, like, E, E, I, R blank, I probably win. I mean, maybe. I can still play, like, Zen. Would I even win? I might not even win. Yeah, I don't know how I win this, guys. I'll be honest. I don't think this is going to win. Right? Because then, yeah, I mean, then it can also just play down here. I mean, I have to bingo from the B, and that's going to score nothing. So that's not going to do it. I mean, yeah, I think I'm just kind of dead. Dog leaving 2 in the bag? I mean, it blocks. Is there any way I can play somewhere else on the board? Like, I just don't really have anywhere else to go. Doer isn't good. Ion blocks my line. Problem is, if I play 2, then the bot can also just play 2 and not empty. So, yeah, I think I'm just kind of screwed here, guys. But I'd love to have some sort of chance, but it's not looking good. Like, every reasonable play I can make pretty much blocks a big line. I mean, maybe I can... Does this ever do anything with, like, RO plays? Maybe if I draw EN blank and hit Rondo? Does that even out... I guess that might outrun Zen in some cases. The problem is, though, I feel like if I do this, it can just play 1 tile also. I guess that I could fish back or something. I don't know. Does this actually win if I hit Rondo, though? So I'd still be down 64. Yeah, I mean, if it does play Zen, it probably does win. That's interesting. I mean, EN blank is not a crazy outcome to hope for with 3 N's and 3 E's out. I'm probably screwed anyway if I don't draw the blank. I mean, it's not crazy. I could hit Aileron down here. I mean, for some reason, it decides not to block. I don't know why it wouldn't block that. Yeah, I don't actually hate this play, guys. I think there are some cases where if I hit Rondo, I'm going to win the game. Like, I don't see anything better. This should outrun Zen. Because that would put me down 84, if my math is right. No, 85. And Rondo's a decently scoring bingo. 2, 3, 4, 14, 73. And I would catch it with... Yeah, I'd win by like 2 if it plays Zen. I mean, I guess it could play like Zine or something here, but then I hit it with Azine. So I think this is as good as anything. Like, I don't know. I'm running out of time here. I don't have any better ideas. At least I have some sort of plan. All right, you need en blank. I got it! Wow, okay. I don't know if that's going to... Okay, so see, now that's what I was concerned about, is that it was going to do this. And crud, now I have a minute to figure this out. So, I probably... Yeah, see, now I think I have to just... Huh. I mean, if I can draw a vowel, I might still win. So that puts me at 4. I mean, if I draw... Oh, it's going to have Z, though. Is that... Shoot. Oh, man, it was such a good idea to play bin, but maybe not good enough. I mean, if I draw the E, maybe I have to draw the E. So I'm up 4. It still plays Nazi for 26. I'm down 22. I'd need 8. Is that even happening? Right? I'd lose by 1? No, high end rep. So I win with an E draw. That's it. It's a 1 out of 8. Okay. What if I play like... No, right? That can't be better. No, I'm getting outrun. Like, play off the N? And it can just block. I don't even think I have a... Oh, crud, I have no time. Should have saved more time. Yeah, I think I have to just hope to draw the E here. I don't know, guys. Oh, shoot. Oh, come on. Man, what a game. I can't believe I hit that en blank draw. Yeah, I mean, that was my fear, again, was that it was going to play off 1 tile. So, I want to start... Well, first, let's just make sure I didn't miss a better outplay. Oh, I did, but it wouldn't have mattered. Okay, that's fine. That would have just made me lose by 6 instead of 7. Okay, no biggie. I mean... Yeah, out-earn can't possibly be better, or something like this, right? That would make no sense. Yeah, no. So, the question is, I mean, I have to either bingo or fish off 1 tile. The interesting thing is it doesn't have any hooks for en except the Z. So I'm gonna put this into Macondo. It's probably gonna take a little while, so I'll let it run while we look at the rest of the game. How does that sound? Actually, guys, forget that. Macondo ran much faster than anticipated, and I already have an answer. So it turns out Rondo is one of 3 plays that win 1 out of 8 times. And that's, again, assuming no inference from the bot's last play, which we'll talk about in just a second. So this, as I correctly calculated, under time pressure wins if and only if I draw the E, which I did not. There are 2 other plays that win 1 out of 8. One of which is actually a play I briefly looked at with Ab. I just didn't really have time to calculate, and I thought this would get blocked with stuff like Zin. Amazingly, this wins if and only if I draw, of all things, the Z. Why, you ask? Well, then I hit unfroze with a blank F, which is going to play for like 90 points in 2 spots, with Fab vertically and with Zen horizontally. The bot cannot block both. I win. So Ab wins once again only when I draw the Z. The third and final play that gives me any chance to win is dropping the R here with ER for 4, hoping to redraw the R out of the bag, which would threaten Rondo in this spot as well as Neroma above EN. And the amazing thing is the bot would not be able to block both. And why ER here as opposed to dropping the R somewhere else? Well, here's the beauty, guys. This prevents the bot from playing down the E column in front of the E. Because if I don't play the R here, let's say I put it somewhere else on the board like this, which actually scores 2 more points. The problem is the bot can then play something like Zin, making NE down here where I have my cursor. And that's going to simultaneously block Rondo and Neroma. By playing ER, I prohibit the bot from doing that because the bot has no hooks for ER. It cannot play to the ER. That doesn't extend far up enough to block Rondo. Rondo still fits and I win. And it doesn't have any good plays with Zen. It can't make any play ending in the Z or going ZE or anything like that. So it's powerless to block both and I will hold on and win. So once again, I have 3 plays. They all win 1 out of 8. That does not mean they're all equally good. Bingoing, as I did, wins when I draw the E. Ab wins when I draw the Z. Whoops, right here. And finally, ER wins when I redraw the R. So what should I do? Well, after EN, I feel like I probably am thinking in most cases it has the other E. Like, I doubt it would give up its E there over playing like an I or something like that. So Rondeau is probably the worst of those, I'll be honest. I feel like Ab is the way to go. Like, I think it plays EN fairly often when it does not have the Z. I mean, obviously, as it did, it'll still play EN with the Z, just because it really wants to play one tile, but I think there's a lot of times it does not hold the Z when it makes this play. So that's an interesting idea. I guess on the other hand, like if it doesn't have the Z, it maybe wouldn't want to play here to give me counterplay with Zen and stuff like unfroze. So it might then be more apt to play its E above the T with net, which is another interesting question, by the way. Why didn't it just play it there for 2 less? That's actually something interesting we should look at. So if I read EN as almost like a Z setup of sorts, then maybe it does make sense for me to not play Ab either and for me to play this. Because the R is a tile that like it could easily have and it could easily not have. That to me isn't a huge, and is not really a big indicator one way or another whether it has the R. So maybe I just do this then and hope to redraw the R. As it turns out, it didn't have the R, and that would have been a 50-50 shot. The R was not in the bag. It happened to draw it, so I would have lost either way. But yeah, maybe ER here, guys, was the move. Because like if you go back to the bot's play of EN, which is a fascinating play in its own right, by the way, like it probably doesn't want to do this that much with a Z out because of Zen plays. Like then it's probably going to be more apt to just... Also, why did it not like do this? Wow, this is a really weird play that is going to definitely merit some analysis. But yeah, like I feel like in most cases, EN to me suggests it probably has the Z and also probably has the other E. So I actually think in my position, inference-wise, ER is probably best, but it's super hard to know. Crazy position. And crazy that I even hit that fish, too. And yeah, in this situation, like the bot, so it just plays EN for 4. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, playing 1 makes sense, because you literally can't do anything about the D column. There's like rounder, rondeau, that kind of stuff. So is it trying to set up its Z? It's not like it can even do anything, though, with Zen. Is it just trying to get 2 extra points and thinking that might make the difference in some cases? Is that what it's doing? As opposed to playing this? I guess EN actually, like given the pool, right? There's no threat above the EN. That's the other thing. Like there are no hooks left to EN. And any bingo I make with a blank there, like Neuroma, surely is getting outrun because it doesn't score that much. So it's probably thinking that, yeah, I mean, if I hit something here, it just wins. Again, the risk is potentially, as we saw, if I fish off an R and hit an aroma, if I fish off an R exactly in this spot, but that's pretty unlikely to happen. Yeah, this is a crazy position. Like, I'm just wondering, does this... I guess I can still hit, like, Curarine and stuff, so maybe that's the other issue, guys. I can still hit, like, Curarine and other stuff if it plays there. So EN might actually be a better immediate block. That might be what's going on here. It's not a Z setup, it's just a better immediate block. But, like, I still feel like going back to my turn here, if the Z was in the bag, EN is definitely not a better immediate block. So I still think I usually infer the bot has the Z with that play. So that's probably what it's doing, guys. Like, unintuitively, this is actually worse, because then I can hit stuff to the E here. But yeah, this is probably better. Wow. That's a crazy move. And then how about Bin? After this play, I'll stop doing the reverse analysis. But, like, I didn't know what else to do here. I think it was a good move. I mean, hey, it gave me a chance. Like, I'm just happy to have a chance here, guys. Down 82 in this position. Urbia probably, I mean, if I get, like... See, the problem is, I mean, maybe if I draw, like... Yeah, I might need to draw, like, EINZ blank, maybe? But then, yeah, I guess that might win. Because then I'd threaten Bronzier to the R and Iron Eyes up here. So, like, that, there's probably a couple very specific draws that win after this. But it's really unlikely. And if the bot has the Z, it probably just scores enough with Zen here, like every time. Because if it has the Z and it doesn't have Zen, that means I'm either drawing all 3 E's or all 3 N's, which means I'm just completely screwed. Or Zen for that matter. So yeah, like it's just scoring there too much when it has the Z. Like I'm not gonna make up enough points. So I think I probably have to draw I probably only win with like legitimately like Z R I E blank, maybe Z R E E blank. Although I don't know if that hits the R on the bottom. Yeah, this probably only wins with like one draw. So I feel like bin is better. I mean, EN blank statistically is not that rare. I mean, what is that? So 12 choose 3. How many? What is that? That's 12 times 11 times 10 over 6. That is 11. That's 220. So it's 9 out of 220, which, I mean, that's actually pretty low still. So I hit like a 4% draw. I mean, that's pretty low, and I still didn't win. So bin is very bleak. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's very bleak. But I think Irby is bleaker. I mean, the odds of me drawing ENIZ blank, now you're dealing with 12 choose 5, which is a massive number. I don't even know what that is off the top of my head. It's probably close to 1,000, though. So, yeah, I mean, you're dealing with an even lower chance of hitting that winning pool. So I think bin is a little bit better. Is it best? I don't know. I mean, I feel like playing 4 maybe is ideal. Because then it's harder for it to not empty. Then, of course, it can pass in some situations, but... Yeah, I mean, maybe... No, then I have to redraw the R, too. I have to draw ENR blank. That's just another tile I have to specifically hit. That feels worse. But I guess I can also draw into stuff like ovulate. Maybe I'm supposed to play Bryn here, guys. Because I can also hit stuff like ovulate. Is this possibly better? To leave 1 in the bag and kind of force the bot to empty? Maybe? Maybe in some cases this actually does better? I don't know. It's a brutal position. Brutal position. And like, look, let's face it. Anything I do is going to have extremely small winning chances. But again, the problem with playing 3 or less is it's easy for the bot to not empty, and that was kind of my downfall. The problem with playing 5 is I have to block a line and have such a specific draw to threaten something in 2 spots. So yeah, maybe Bryn, which looks so wrong, might actually be better. I don't know. This is a fascinating position. I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want this video to be like 45 minutes long, but super crazy stuff. Maybe I have to play 4 here specifically. I don't know. Let's go to the beginning and look at the rest of this game. So, okay, I open with a skew, which looks pretty good. Bot plays bio. Matt is a good play here. Happy with that. Bot plays wheeled over Pillaw. Interesting. I guess 4 more points. And yeah, on this board, ADE isn't really doing much good, so might as well take the points. Okay. Wants Dote over here, which I didn't actually consider. Yeah, that might be right, although it does give back some Z plays, potentially. So maybe Toad to avoid that. I guess the A might not be worth 7 points, although it is nice to keep a vowel here. I didn't really consider underlapping. I got a little bit fixated on keeping my A. I think Toad is still fine. I like it over Dolt for the reasons I explained during the game. But yeah, probably should have at least considered Toad or Dote there. And the bot passing up Paisani, wow. That's a little surprising to me. I mean, sure, you can put me on a kind of strong rack after Told, and also a little constant heavy, so the eye is pretty scary. But to give up 52? I don't know, that feels like a lot. And look at this playing Pies over Pies just because of the disparity of only 4 A's and 9 E's still left. That actually makes some sense. But, wow, not playing Paisani, huh? Or, I mean, just play Spirea if you're that scared, right? Like, for 40 more even, it's surely... This is weird to me, guys. I don't know. I don't like this on a tight board like this. I mean, you're not that much of a lock to bingo. I would take the bingo right now. I mean, I get not wanting to do this. I do. That's a terrifying spot for an I with ING, IER, you name it. But, like... I don't know. I still think I would bingo. And maybe you play Spurrier or Paisani here. But 40 points to me seems like too much to go up. I'm surprised by that decision, but okay. Yeah, and I just want to go on record saying I saw Hetaierisms, and it would have been cool, but Hastier's obviously a better play. Bot plays Jarls. Sure, makes sense. This was an interesting turn also. Yeah, yay. I passed up Quay for 14 more. Which actually, the more I think about it, I probably should have played Quay. Because now I'm just realizing I'm setting up Yeti with any of the ADs. I didn't consider that part of it. Yeah, I think I should have played Quay here, guys. I totally didn't think about how strong the Yeti setup was. That's 44 points. And there are 8 Es to draw. Yeah, and the bot's not that likely to have an eye or even want to go there, frankly. Shoot, yeah, I think this was a little bit of, I guess you could say fancy play syndrome, if you will, or just overcomplicating it a little bit. Sometimes the more straightforward play is the best. And I saw that I have the eyes. I just didn't realize until right now I'm actually setting up Yeti. I mean, this is still a decent play, but like this, if this spot gets taken out, yeah, no, this is a mistake. I should absolutely play Quay here. Overthought this position a bit, and luckily didn't pay for it, but yeah, definitely overthought that position. Okay. Lesson learned. Bot plays Vang over Daggle. I guess the V is just that bad here, huh? I mean, 11 points is a substantial amount. I don't know. Maybe he wants to save the G for detoxing, too, with all those I's and N's. That could be it. I'd have a hard time passing up Daggle, but okay. Yeah, I think Wicca here is a tough play to stomach, but it kind of has to be made. Degree, once again, over Draghi, because there's so many E's left. Makes sense. Wow, Hematine. That's crazy. I mean, I don't think you can do that here with an S out. It's a crazy play to see, though. I think I still like high over HIE, not giving back this scoring spot. Bot plays Major. Morgan's doesn't go down. Yeah, now it's definitely going for detoxing. It's interesting. This did play a role in both of our decisions. Yeah, with 3 eyes left, I mean, it makes sense. And this is where I think I may have erred slightly. I didn't notice non-degree at this point. If I did, with 4 ends left, I think I play this to try to draw that with so many ends still unseen, because that would be a nice play for me to get down. It's not that many points. It's 33, but it also just opens the board a little bit more, which would be nice. So I think I would have played of if I saw it, but Foo is not a big mistake by any means. And the bot decided to be aggressive here, which makes sense, I think. I mean, I have to have the blank and a big play with it, like probably a bingo, to really cause damage. And there's just so much upside for the bot. It's not really in a great position. It makes sense to take some chances here. Yeah, and here, I mean, maybe I got too hung up in going for non-degree. Maybe I probably should just play Daniel, honestly. I didn't see it. Yeah, I probably should just play Daniel here. Although, AINO might be a better leave in this pool with all those E's out. I don't know. I just figured I figured the bot's going to bingo here, and I need to score pretty big. So I thought non-degree followed by leaving another line here could be a good way back. Although Daniel opens a line immediately, which is kind of nice. Although the problem is this line scores nothing. Yeah, I should have considered it. I think Pi is actually still okay. Then the bot bingos, and then here we are with this turn. Where once again, I made this play of Bin that may or may not have been correct. I'm almost thinking now Bryn would have been better, as crazy as that looks. And then the bot did this. I bingoed where I probably should have played ER. I went over all this already, so I'm not going to rehash it. And then the bot ended up winning by 7 in this really interesting and fun game. I didn't play super cleanly here. I certainly should not have played Ye. That was probably my biggest mistake of the game, just in terms of concrete value, because, yeah, Quay setting up Yeti would have been a lot better. But overall, yeah, really tough game. Really, really interesting. Hopefully instructive. I know this is a long one, guys. I apologize for that, but a lot to go over here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you all on Wednesday for game number 44. Bye, guys.